Alright, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kudash, double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect who work in sincerity and in truth, shalawam. GMS precepts, Nazar Khad here. I got a few articles here. You can, as you can see, this is from Reuters.com. This is the prime minister or the president, right? This is the president of Turkey, Erdogan, and he's saying he's got an issue with Israel and them being responsible. He's basically saying they're being responsible. Well, I'll just read the title. Turkey's Erdogan says Israel's Netanyahu solely responsible for the recent Middle East tensions, right? So basically, not only Turkey, but you have a lot of other countries, a lot of other leaders that are not with the West. They are not with the Israel as far as their stance um, uh, against Hamas, against Israel, now against Iran, right? They're pointing the finger at the 48ers and saying they're the problem, right? And he's got a history. I got another article. He's got a history of coming against the 48ers, right, as well as the West, right? It says Turkey's Erdogan labels Israel as what? A terror state. This is dated November 15th, 2023, a few months ago, right? Slams its backers in West. You see? So he's got a history of coming against the West, aka America, as well as the 48ers, right? Erdogan said on Wednesday Israel was a terror state, committing war crimes and violating international law in Gaza, sharpening his repeated criticism of Israeli leaders and their backers in the West, right? So this is November 15th. We know that situation happened October 7th. So this is like basically a month later. And what is it? A few months later, he still feels the same way. He's still saying that the Israel was responsible for all the tensions that's going on in the Middle East, as well as the West condoning, what they're doing, right? This is I read this quote. It says, Israel is trying to provoke a regional conflict, and its attack on Iran's embassy in Damascus was the last drop, he told a press conference in Ankara after a cabinet meeting, right? Right, so it's clear you've got a lot of nations where this is a few years ago they would have sided with Israel, they would have sided with the West, but not in this situation. And we can see. So what we're actually the point I want to make is we can actually see the power of Esau waning. Right, they're not as strong anymore. That gift that they have, one of their gifts is to be able to lie people and to convince people of their bullshit, but that's starting to wane now. That gift of gab, if you as you might want to call it, that's not as strong anymore. And you've got a lot of nations that are actually not siding with them and coming against them, right? What else I got here? You got a lot of protests that's going on. Let me see. Let me get this article. This is Google fires 28 workers involved in protests over 1.2 billion Israeli contract, right? So you got that going on. I believe that was in San Francisco. Where was this? Or New York? Right. The protests, which were led by the No Tech for Apartheid organization, took place Tuesday across Google offices in New York City, Seattle, Sunnyvale, California, right? Protesters in New York and California staged a nearly 10-hour sit-in, with others documenting the action, including through a Twitch live stream. Nine of them were arrested Tuesday on trespassing charges, right? So you've got 28 people that got fired, right? Well, I can't show this, but this is a drone footage of the they blocked the bridge, okay, in San Francisco, right? Stop the war for Gaza. U.S. protesters block roads, bridges, and airports. So you know this, and airports. So you know this caused a lot of traffic. You know, a lot of mayhem. You know, for people commuting as well as making money, right? I know that affected it somehow. This is what is this? This is a few days ago. This says students at more universities announced solidarity rallies. Over 108 pro-Palestinian activists are arrested at Columbia. I believe this is New York, Columbia University. You see? Yeah, New York. Dozens of activists denouncing Israel war in Gaza remain camped out on the west lawn of Columbia University on Friday. Let's see here. Roads blocked as thousands protest in U.S. against Israel attack on Gaza. Flights delayed and traffic disrupted as protesters in major U.S. cities intensify call for ceasefire in Gaza. This is Cali. I don't know if this is San Francisco or what, but we just saw the bridge get blocked off. A portion of the Kennedy Expressway into Chicago O'Hare International Airport, one of the U.S. busiest, was blocked by protesters calling for an end to violence. Right. So you know the points there. You guys get the point. You got a lot of you got a lot of people that are against this whole situation, this whole war. Right, so that's a beautiful thing because we're actually seeing and witnessing the downfall of of Esau's power grip. It's not as strong anymore, man. Right, and we know that whole situation as far as them going into, starting a situation of conflict with Iran. This was always part of their plan, right? I forgot the guy's name. You had a general in the military, U.S. military. This is right around this is right around 20. This is right around 9/11. So I'm gonna say this was like 2002, 2003. He came out and he was told by a official in the government or in the army, or in the whatever branch of military, high up there, high up official. He was told that they have a 7-year plan to take over the Middle East, right? The U.S. had a 7-year plan to take over the Middle East, and it was going to start in Afghanistan, which it did. Afghanistan, Iraq, I believe the other countries were Yemen, Lebanon, I believe, Libya, and then it was going to end off in Iran. I'm not sure about the countries in between, but I know where it was going to start and where it was going to end. It was going to start in Afghanistan, which it did after 9/11, and then it was going to continue on to Iraq, and then it was going to end off in Iran. And that was supposed to be a 7-year takeover. And also, that also shows you that Esau has a plan, but it's not going to go on Esau's plan. Esau had a time frame of when he wanted to take over the Middle East and start his NWO, but it didn't take place. Here it is, we're 20 plus years later, and Esau's a little closer to his plan, but if it were up to him, he would have been there already. Right? So it doesn't go according to Esau's plan. Let me get that. I believe that's Job 14. Yeah, here it is. This is Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So Esau says he likes to rule forever. He's in 2095. This is gonna happen, or right? But it's not according to what Esau wants. The Most High, Yahawashi, he has it down to the year, the month, the day, the hour, the second of when Esau's kingdom is finally gonna crumble. And it's a beautiful thing because we're witnessing the downfall of this superpower, man. You got other countries that are coming against them. When has this ever happened in history where you had a whole bunch of nations come against them and talk shit to them daily? Right? You got other nations there constantly working on their nuclear arsenal and building it up. Like never in this history has this been done. Netanyahu has done what to the world? Okay, did I want to get this? Right? Never in throughout history have we seen a situation like this. So this is a beautiful time to be in. Okay? All right, so that's pretty much it. I think I made my points there. I wanted to play this video, but I can't do it. But I'll leave all these articles in the description box. Lord willing, you brothers were edified. Till the next time, shalom.